Hello friends, hello coaches, how are you tonight? This is your executive and life coach Rick Serrano saying hello from Luxembourg. I hope everybody is doing very well and staying healthy as the second or third wave, depending on where you are, hits us and hits us very badly. Please stay healthy. Well, tonight we will continue with the series of videos that we started 3 weeks ago on the question of what is time. The series is called What the Heck is Time? And today we will be talking about Kant, Immanuel Kant, the philosopher who was born and died in Königsberg, 1724-1804, a very important philosopher who, as you know, was very methodical, was very disciplined. He always lived in the same city of Königsberg. He always was like doing everything identical. They say that even people would set their clocks, their watches, depending on the time he crossed the square in the town, because he was so disciplined that it was every day at exactly the same time. That's Kant. Well, what is Kant going to tell us about time? First of all, he's going to say, and this comes very differently to what we said last week from Edmund Husserl, Kant is going to say time is a framework, an objective framework that is completely independent of me. It's independent of what I decide, what I experience, what I live, what I think, what I feel. Totally independent. Time is there. It's of course a knowledge that is synthetic and that is a priori. That means it happened before me. It precedes me. It was there before. This is like, I understand it as a theater. Imagine a theater, with all the elements of a theater, with the scenography, the lights, the curtains, everything. The theater was there, and it was there before you arrived, and it will be there after you and I leave this world. That is the objectivity of time, and that is what Kant is going to say. This is totally independent of us. Time is unique, so there's only one time. Not like other philosophers who thought, you might have your time, I might have my time, times are different. No. For Kant, there's only one time, one and unique time, and time is going to be infinite. That means time never started and it will never stop. Time is though a line. Time is like a sequence, is a line without a start point and without an end point. Time simply is. It's like in a line, of course. That line is irreversible, of course. So that means what happened, it happened. You cannot go back in that line. Okay? So that is then time is also going to be, in this line, is going to be a precondition of phenomena. Anything that happens, anything that you experience, or anything that you feel, whatever you can think of, any phenomena, is going to happen in the framework of time, in the objective framework of time. That is time for him. Now, there are two very important concepts about this. First of all, everything is subordinated to time. Everything is in the circle, let me say, in the framework of time, and you can only perceive time through things. It's not that you can perceive time as an abstract concept. No. You can perceive time through things, and this is known as the indirect character of time. It has an indirect character because you cannot grasp time and feel or perceive time in itself. You need to go through things so that you can understand what time is. That is what Kant says. And he also introduces two very important concepts, succession and simultaneity. So time is like a sequence, right? Because some things happen first, something happen next, and something happens afterwards. For example, 3 weeks ago, we started with a video on Aristotle, then we had St. Augustine, then last week we had Husserl, today we have Kant, and next week we will have Heidegger. That is this sequencing of time. But it is also simultaneous in the sense that you can be doing something and in parallel somebody else can be doing something. But time is unique, is only one, right? So we can be doing this series of videos on time, what is time, and at the same time we are creating the videos on get Trump out of the White House. So we can have the two channels going in parallel. That is the simultaneous character of time. Another element is what in German is called the self-affection. That means the self affection, the self not affection, but the self impact, let me call it, that time has on our lives. We are circumscribed to time, and that of course has an impact in our lives, in everything that we are, in absolutely everything. We are circumvented in that framework that is time. Time also does not appear. Time is a precondition for everything else to appear. So this is time for Kant. This is like the theater, or at least is what I can tell you in 5.5 minutes about time for Kant. Of course, Kant has written so many books and so deep concepts that I cannot summarize them in 5 minutes. It's just a capsule. But I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy this series of videos on what is time. As I always tell to my coachees, please folks, please, time is your most important asset. Of everything that you can have, your knowledge, your experience, your talents, your beauty, your titles, your position, of everything that you have, your money, whatever, your most important asset is time. So please make sure you spend your time with the right people, with the right company, in the right business, in the right industry, doing the right things that you like. You only have this life, and the time, as Kant told us, is going to be here independently of you and I, and time is limited for you and for me. So you better enjoy your time doing what you want. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Rick Serrano, your executive life coach from Luxembourg. Take good care of yourself and stay healthy. See you next week. Next week we will explore Martin Heidegger. Heidegger, the most important philosopher of the 20th century. So you don't want to miss that. Really, you don't want to miss that. It's going to be the last one of the series, What the Heck is Time? Once again, Rick Serrano, your executive life coach from Luxembourg. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay cool.